Warning, the statements made on Drinking with Coast to Coast may be considered offensive to some viewers. Statements such as, but not limited to, Jesus isn't real, the South will not rise again, and Mexico is a third world country. Before becoming offended, please keep in mind that these statements are merely the opinions of three drunken retards and should not be taken seriously. However, if you do discover that you are in fact a vagina and become offended by something Coast to Coast says, for example, we just said retards, you're welcome to cry about it below with an asshole comment. While you're at it, lick my butt.
This month's opening toast goes out to David Tennant, the 10th Doctor in the Doctor Who series, who is 44 years old today. Ooh. And who Jesse and I admire very much. Nick doesn't know shit. So happy birthday, David Tennant.
My favorite Doctor.
I love you.
Yeah. I also would like to just kind of give a hey thanks to the 7 people who gave us a thumbs up on the last episode.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Good on you,
The
mates.
seven people who watch us. Watch this, guys.
Is that what it sounds like when you shit?
Oh.
No worries, my friends.
Wow.
Move this.
It's milk stout
You tell he
nitrate.
does this often.
That's very fascinating, and that is what it sounds like when you shit.
No. No.
All right.
It looks quite beautiful.
Another fine episode of Drinking with Coast to Coast, episode 25.
25.
It's the
Really
25th
done
episode.
25?
What happens when you're 25?
Oh, I was. I was pretty good looking when I was 25.
You can rent cars.
I thought that was 21.
Well, evidently it has changed. I've learned recently, but back in my day, you had to be 25 to rent automobiles and stuff like that.
Because you're so much more responsible after
Right.
having been drinking for 4 years, and, like, perfected the art of like drinking and driving. Not that
You
anybody
made your
should do
drinking
that.
mistakes.
Oh,
now.
you have to
Okay.
close one eye. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Speaking of drinking, what are we drinking?
Oh, again, my little high life. I don't know why. This comes to be my beer of choice.
It's good.
The champagne of beers. We've done this
Beer.
joke. All right, you?
I am drinking Left Hand's Milk Stout Nitro. Now they make a regular milk stout. This is the Nitro. Nitro referring to nitrogen, which is used to pump Guinness and other things like that. That's why you saw me pour it really, really fast to release the head. That's why it's called Nitro. They also have a Sawtooth Nitro, which is really fucking good. Anything from Left Hand, give it a try. They're out of Colorado, and our British followers, don't know if you can get Left Hand, but you have so much better beer anyway.
To follow up to our
Love Hungry Man is our British watcher, and thank you.
Our only one.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
That's cool. He's great.
We're international.
Hey, we love you, Love Hungry Man. Also, it says enjoy at 40 to 45 degrees in a stout glass.
Yeah, I don't believe I have a stout glass.
No, you don't. But that's okay.
Yeah.
How much milk is in that?
I don't know if there's actually any in it. Would you like to have a taste?
It looks foamy.
Just have a taste.
You want me to get the foam on my
Yeah.
mustache
There's a
that I don't have? There's a bug.
There's a bug. Oh no.
We're gross. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, get that. I was gonna say, please don't drink it all.
I drink the bug.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's got
Get
the.
a little chocolatey, milky
I was gonna
taste.
say it has a chocolatey hint. Doesn't taste like chocolate milk, but I do like that too.
You should drink his whole drink.
I thought he was going to. I was like, you son of a bitch!
Here, let me try another.
No!
It goes down very easily, actually.
it does.
It might look like Guinness, and again, I think Guinness is good.
Guinness goes down way too smoothly for me.
But I think it's a little bit better.
I'm not a big dark beer fan, but that was pretty tasty.
Well, you're both welcome to one if you would like.
Aww.
Not that.
Yeah, everyone.
Because you'll puke when you down it.
Let's do this.
No.
All right. I, however, have classed it up. I'm drinking. This is a premium beer, Big Flats.
It's the water that makes it.
Flat?
Does it still say that?
I don't think so. Is it supposed to say that?
Yeah.
It's the water that makes it.
When a couple years ago when I tried that, it's the beer comes from
Walgreens.
Thank you for
$2.99.
a 6-pack, and when I got it, because it came out a couple years ago, when I got it, underneath, like right about here. What are you fucking doing? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh.
I don't. God damn it.
This is not a clown nose. I've actually just finally drank too much alcohol.
It looks like a clown. Let's take it off. Well, it looks like a clown nose. Take
This
it off.
is
uncomfortable.
I also got this at Walgreens. It's for the starving children. It's called Red Nose Day.
Oh, they do that in Britain a lot.
Bees uncomfortable.
Doctor Who does a lot of
It
stuff.
just says for
Doesn't
like,
have a red nose, does it?
who the hell is this for?
I think they figuratively.
Oh, it's
say that.
to help the lives of children living in poverty in the U.S. and overseas. Red Nose Day special, May 21st on NBC. Well, when I went to buy my $2.99 beer, she's like, "Would you like to buy a clown nose for $1?" I'm like, well, I am filming tonight.
Oh God, just please take it off.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Oh.
He's gonna have nightmares about you with that.
All right,
Thank you.
all right, that was fun.
Oh.
Didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, B.
My mom is actually afraid of clowns.
I'm
too.
terrified of fucking clowns. Fuck those assholes. Fuck all you assholes.
Fuck all you clowns that watch us.
Fucking clowns.
Great, we just lost a couple more viewers.
That made up a third of our viewers.
So this is some cheap ass beer.
Yeah, but it used to say it's the water that makes it, and I just remember drinking one, looking at it, going, "Yeah, no shit, it's beer. It's the water that makes it."
Well, that's great. So, opening topic for today, since we are filming, today is April 18th.
Yes.
That would be the doctor's birthday.
Woo!
It is, however, not Easter.
Which
Easter.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Right. We're going to talk about Easter a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
And go around table. Just kind of briefly discuss, what do we think of Easter? Do we care? Since last time we talked about another holiday we didn't
St.
care
Patrick's
about.
Day.
And if you really remember doing anything with it in the past, or if your family emphasized it much. Jay!
Well, as a kid, it was always a fun holiday. I remember just fun things.
Because you
with
got to
the
eat
family.
candy?
That's all it was all about. It's always been candy. Doesn't matter what you think the kids think, it's the candy.
Did
Push
you-
the whole Jesus-y thing down. They don't care. Kids
No,
don't
they don't
care.
give
They
a
don't
shit.
care about any of the Jesus-y God stuff. They don't care. They like the candy, they like presents. That's what kids want.
Yeah.
So did you get?
They feel guilty as they get older. They realize, well, I should
So
probably take this seriously.
when you were doing Easter as a kid, they did emphasize about the Jesus stuff, the whole
Oh, sure.
resurrection
Sure.
stuff.
A bit more with my grandparents, but
Mm.
that's how it goes.
Did you get the Easter basket with
I
the
mean,
big chocolate bunny and?
My mom still gets me an Easter basket. She still does it.
Yeah, that's not really all that
That's
odd.
not
knowing
surprising.
you.
Hey, you could have just said that, and I would.
Well, I
Of course.
actually, my mom knows, and I tell her this. I don't go out and buy sweets and candies, and I tell her it's not a good
Really?
idea because I'll eat it all in
Right.
like in one sitting.
Right. Yeah.
Give me a big bag of jelly beans, that's gone.
Wow.
So, did you get the hollow bunny, the big bunny?
I didn't get a big bunny.
I
no.
mean, at any point.
Oh
during
sure,
Easter?
yeah. Those are the best.
Do you do you eat the eyes off first? Do you
I
take those off?
I actually start with the top of the head.
Right, you bite the top of it
Yeah.
off, so it's hollow.
And then if I get really creative, sometimes I'll pour milk into it.
I was just getting ready to ask you that if you ever poured milk into
And
it.
they say they like chocolate
The
milk.
milk.
I like
Yeah.
Chocolate milk.
Ah!
I'll try to drink it out.
I
and
remember
it dribbles
being
off my face.
disappointed when I would get a hollow one. When you'd get one that was actually solid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
That was
solid ones are
badass.
no.
Badass.
The hollow ones are the best.
There's something fun about that.
Yeah.
It crumbles.
Well, not
How's that fun?
good.
I guess it's maybe take
Because you
more
can pour
skill.
milk in it.
It takes some
Yes, you
skill.
can pour fucking milk. That's so fucking scary because I'm like, he has no idea I'm gonna ask you if he's ever poured milk
I'd
into
never,
it. He's like,
I'd never heard of that. Okay, B. Well, how about you? When you grew up, what did your family do with Easter?
we just did baskets. We would the Easter Bunny would come and give us a basket. We had an Easter egg hunt at my grandma's house, which was always fun. She had quite a large yard, and I have a lot of cousins, so we would all run about looking for Easter eggs. Actual hard-boiled dyed Easter eggs, not the plastic ones with
They would
candy
hide
in
them.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they dye the shell, not the.
yeah, not the egg.
But like, you wouldn't want to eat them afterwards.
Yeah.
so-
They're in a shell.
But you gotta keep the eggs like in the refrigerator.
No, when they're hard boiled.
Well, I mean, you should, but
Well, not for the 10, 20 minutes that they're going to be outside. I mean,
Right.
think about how long deviled eggs sit on a table.
oh yeah.
Actually, they don't sit on a table very long if I'm there.
No, see, I mean, you know, the thing is that, but the fun part was, you know, the adults would, because they've been drinking, would inevitably forget where they hid like a few of them, and then come like June, July when my grandpa was mowing, he'd hit one, and the smell would just be freaking terrible. But I mean that's what we did. And then I remember one year, my sister, who's 6 years younger than me, she went to the mall and got a picture taken with the Easter Bunny, and we were
Last year.
no, we were driving home, and my sister was happy, and she was looking at the picture. She was still really young. I think she was maybe 7, 8 years old. And the picture was just at the perfect angle. You could see the guy behind the mouthpiece.
Oh,
You
no.
could see his face, and she looked at me. She's like, "The Easter Bunny's not real." And I'm like, "No, that's a guy in a suit," to quote Mallrats. But so she was really disappointed. But that's pretty much it. We never went to church or did any of the Palm Sunday crap. Maybe once, but that's, Palm Sunday is actually way before Easter.
I don't remember if my family ever pushed the resurrection thing. In fact, I'm thinking years later when I was married to my first wife, she had a real religious mom, and I remember getting Easter baskets from her, which was strange because that hadn't happened in years. But there would always be the "He is risen" card put in there, and I thought, this is crazy. But no, I don't remember that really so much like when I was a kid. I do remember some baskets. I remember like the chocolate bunnies, of course, were kick-ass. I know that we had decorations. Every holiday we would decorate. We had like decorations for everything. I mean, we had like little leprechauns for
That's what mom's like that too.
for St. Patty's Day. So maybe as a kid we cared, but I didn't know what the hell that was. Rabbits and bullshit and the fake hay to go in your baskets.
Man.
I remember some dyed eggs. We probably had plastic eggs. I remember I really loved the Cadbury eggs.
sure.
I can't eat those.
Wom, 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 wom. those were delicious.
That's what it sounded like when you ate.
But I don't remember any kind of emphasis on the Jesus aspect of it. If so, I probably was just kind of like, kids don't give a shit. That's very boring. Like, way to kill it. Way to kill the holiday. You know what this is really about?
Candy.
Easter bunny.
About the Easter bunny and the bunny lays eggs? No, something weirder. A zombie Jew coming back to life.
No, you can't say that.
Oh. A zombie Jew coming back?
No, you can't. He's not a zombie. Jesus is the anti-zombie.
You shut your mouth.
I'm just saying. Everybody was like posting.
Let's get some theory.
From what I heard on Facebook, everybody, because I don't have Facebook, everybody was posting Happy Zombie Jesus Day. Jesus is not a zombie.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. He's an anti-zombie because according to the lore, he gives eternal life. A zombie makes you fucking dead. So Jesus is not a zombie. He is the anti-zombie.
Well, he's a zombie that gives life.
That's not a zombie.
He's a zombie that gives life.
That's not a zombie.
He's getting so upset.
It drives me nuts when people say Jesus is a zombie. He's not a zombie. He's the anti-zombie.
All right. Now,
There's actually a comic book out called Jesus Hates Zombies.
Does anybody know why what the point of the rabbits and the symbolism with the eggs are?
Pagan woman flying with a rabbit.
Isn't it
something like that?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, there's something like that.
It's sexual, right? Am I wrong about that?
I don't
Does it have a
know.
lot of sexual stuff?
I always thought it was more for fertility.
Yeah, maybe that was a little bit.
And because it's all about spring
Right.
and new life. So, fucking like rabbits, fertility, eggs would be celebrating like the female side of fertility, and zombie Jews.
You can't say Jews like that.
Zombie Jewish.
Yes.
Zombie Hebrews.
A Hebrew zombie would be.
A Hebrew
correct.
zombie.
There you go.
I love their hot dogs. Hebrew National hot dogs.
They are good. They're kosher.
They are kosher.
I not believing in the Easter Bunny and Santa.
What?
And all that hit me all at once as a kid.
I don't think I ever believed in the bunny.
Like Santa, you probably did though.
I did.
And maybe
Not
like
sure.
Tooth Fairy.
Not the Tooth Fairy. Come on, were you that dumb?
I'm very dumb.
I believe in the Tooth Fairy too. And
I don't
the
know why I
Easter
knew
Bunny.
my parents were sticking money under my.
But it was one. It was. I think it somehow. I can't remember. Maybe it was Santa that kicked it all off for me. I just like sat there on the floor and just like started thinking about it, and then that doesn't make any sense.
That's the same way I stopped believing in God.
They told me this story, and I watched this cartoon about it. Whenever there was a book I was read that meant that, but how could that all? That doesn't make any sense. And then I realized all the building blocks fell down.
I don't think there was much
None
of
of those
a,
creatures are real.
I don't think there was much of a Santa illusion because
I was upset.
the presents were under the tree in my house before the day.
See, I never were in mine.
I don't think they ever tried to make me believe it. In fact, I remember as a kid, I was about 5 or 6, and I did the whole wait up for Santa with my older sister thing, and she was 8 years older than me, so she could have been like a teenager at this point. Clearly wouldn't have believed in it. But I remember in my mind that I was just humoring them. I was like, they think that I believe this, so I'm going to humor them. Because I didn't want to disappoint them that I didn't believe it. You do that with Christianity for a while until you're finally like, Mom, there is no God.
I always believed in Santa and Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. I liked the.
So today is the day you realize?
No, I realized many years ago, but I always, I just I like the idea of like a giant bunny like hopping about, like, leaving me an Easter basket with chocolate bunnies.
It's slightly terrifying to me. At the same
Oh
time.
yeah, it is. It's really terrifying. You think, especially if you've seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's a fucking creepy ass Easter bunny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the whole Santa thing, I always thought it was nice, and I don't know.
It's definitely a good tool to use to make your kids behave.
That
Call
works.
Santa, or
Yeah.
I'll tell the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, I'll tell the Easter.
Call Jesus.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Jesus. You find that out later
Why
in
don't they
life.
do that?
You're supposed. Yeah, that's the last one you're supposed to stop believing.
I've got my cell phone as a hotline to Jesus.
So did you guys ever do gifts on? Did anybody ever do like Easter gift?
No.
I would get in the Easter basket just changed as I got older. Instead of sweets, it would be like $20 or
Nice.
a CD.
You
maybe
still
a movie,
get the same
but-
sweets and eggs.
Yeah.
Well, I have Easter gifts for you guys.
Oh, happy Easter!
Easter gifties.
I wonder what it is. Oh
B.
my God!
Nice and pink. Looks like a dress.
Thank you.
Open.
Oh, it's always Sunny in Philadelphia. Season 1 and Season 2.
Yeah. I have memories of this.
Yeah, is this mine?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Thank you so much.
You lent that to me
years ago.
First, you lent it to me,
Right.
and then I lent it to you.
And then, and I never watched it. Instead, I've been watching it. I love that show. I've been watching it on Netflix.
I can't believe you just
Way to go.
now got
Binge
into the
watch.
show.
I just now got to season 7 where Mac is he got like noticeably bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, he
that.
got really
Okay.
fat.
You can tell he's like more buff, but he got like a belly
No, he's
on, too.
really
Big
fat.
beard.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny.
it's
And Jesse, I got you a little present. I can't wrap it very well, so it's kind of wrapped in a
Afghan.
blankie. You just have-
Wow. It's really cheap.
I don't want to know what's in there.
Yeah.
It's
Careful,
got some
it's
weight
fragile.
to
It's
it.
fragile. It's fragile.
It's got some weight.
That's my pint glass. That's my pint glass.
So happy Easter.
That's
Wow.
my pint glass.
This
Okay.
is
I
great.
thought the box looked slightly familiar.
So it's the same glass that B had.
Yeah,
And
same exact one.
That
It's
is
a little dirty.
Same
That is
exact
my
one.
glass.
Well, now we have the matching ones.
No,
This
that's
is
my
great.
glass. Not,
Yes, B, we have the same one.
No, it's
That's-
literally the same.
I know.
gla- No, really. I mean, like that was given to me.
Yes.
That exact glass,
I understand that.
not the design with the
That's
dead
okay,
bird
but
on it.
other people can have that too.
No, it doesn't make any sense. You can't have the same
What
glass
is
as me.
wrong with
Are
you?
you suggesting I gave Jesse your glass?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm suggesting. Exactly. Because I left it at
Wow.
your house.
This is.
I mean, I know it's awkward. I know it's awkward, but
All right, B. Hey, Jesse, I'm sorry. B, you just ruined Easter. There
Thank
go.
you.
Thanks so much.
yeah, that's no problem.
It's great.
Because you don't appreciate the smashed bird on the front of it.
Yeah, you did have to get all weird about that. What
Yeah.
episode was this on? This has been in my possession since that episode.
The Christmas episode, I think.
Could have been.
I leave shit.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
time
it was-
is up
Yeah.
for our first segment.
Yep, you know what that means.
It's time for Show and Tell!
I've been doing the smoothie things recently with like
Oh.
kale and spinach, strawberries,
I can only imagine.
lots of fresh fruit. When you take a shit, it feels like all the vegetables have grabbed hold of your insides and are just like, just clean. The smell is god awful.
Show and Tell! Yeah!
Oh,
Shit.
Oh, we're taking shots of Jack Daniels, by the way. If you
Yeah.
forgot. Take that fucking nose off! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry.
Christ on the cross!
Which is what Easter is about.
No, it's
Very
actually
appropriate.
came down after, and then
I guess that's
rose.
Good Friday. So that was a good day to be up
Yeah,
there.
good day for Jesus. If he is real, he's probably just like,
good day.
really? Good Friday? Is that how they're gonna brand this? I need better marketers.
If he is real,
well, I mean,
is
Jesus,
real.
Jesus
Israel.
might
Israel.
have been a real man.
Israel.
I don't think he was.
Jesus
real.
of Nazareth could have been a real man. He just might have been
The
slightly
the
sociopathic.
stories could have been way blown out of shape.
I don't think that he was real ever.
Really?
Well, let me give you my reason because I know people love to debate this,
Mhm.
but my reason is because the story of a virgin mother giving birth to the Son of God, being sacrificed 3 days later, rising to forgive everyone, is not original in Christianity. So, because that had been told in other religions.
Right.
Sure.
So why am I supposed to believe that possibly this guy was running around saying that as well? It's just too much of a.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The story was already out there. Maybe he was just very charismatic and stuff like that. And he's like, tell people I'm the Son of God.
I'm just
You
thinking.
know how much pussy
And
I'm gonna get?
Okay, I'm just thinking this story's been told 3 or 4 times, so am I supposed to think that all the other guys that the story was told about might have been a real person too?
And I keep thinking, like, if it was real, I mean, wouldn't they have like killed her or something? If they say that,
Who, Mary Magdalene?
yeah, say it's not my kid, or
Oh,
if she said something like that, so
No.
like it's God's child, or
yeah, because she fucked somebody
Well,
else.
I mean-
She didn't fuck Joseph. And
Yeah,
or,
no,
is,
no,
or
I'm not
is, or is that up to
saying-
the guy? Is it up to Joseph then to tell people?
They killed women
"Yo,
over
I want her
criminals."
killed.
Right, or he was just like, no, really, she's the Son of God. She wouldn't cheat on me. Right, honey? Right? No, I'd never cheat on you.
Or does she? Or her husband's so delusional? She's like,
She clears her Facebook history.
I've got to tell
Yeah.
you. It's like, how could this have happened? Well,
Was it God?
open mind.
Yes.
Yes.
It was. It
Yes,
was God.
dumb guy.
Really? Well, I guess I gotta.
I gotta believe it. It was
Yeah.
It
God.
must be God.
Must-
Or,
She's like, thank God.
or,
Thank God, really.
or perhaps none of these people were ever real.
All big possibilities.
I like to think they were real.
Hey, what time is it now?
It's time for show and tell.
Show uns and tellsons.
Okay.
What do you got, B? It's your show and tell,
It's
so
my
it's
show
probably
and
a
tell.
sock. Or
My cock. I'll put it on a block.
Shut up.
Come on, rhyme.
This- Well, I was actually gonna say if he wants to talk about that, we could have a conversation about it.
About your cock.
Alright. Here we are, gents.
Oh, it's his bag.
This is my disc golf bag.
Plates.
They're not plates. They are discs.
Collector's plates.
Is
This
this the Golden Girls collection?
Yes, it is. They're all very nicely numbered. No, this is my disc golf bag. I am a very, very avid disc golfer. For those of you who don't know or call it frisbee golf,
Frolf.
don't call it that because they're not frisbees. In the 70s, when this game, or some people call it the sport, the reason they call it a sport is because the payouts in the national tournaments are quite big. The one coming to Peoria right now has raised almost $200,000 for prizes and payouts. So the winner of the open division will probably get around $6 or $7 grand. Yes.
You're awfully defensive immediately.
Well, because I get so much shit for playing disc golf, and because people are like, oh, for all that's so easy, it's a frisbee, whatever. Here, this is not a frisbee. You see the airplane wing shaped design? Frisbees don't have that. Frisbees are round, kind of like
They are slightly different look.
your putters. The putter
That looks more like a
resembles
frisbee.
more of your frisbee, but they're definitely harder. They're weighted, and it is a super fun game. I played today and had one of my best rounds ever. One of my 2 best throws. Like I've been playing for 10 years, and today I threw a 375-foot drive, which is fucking awesome, and then like a 350-foot drive back to back. Yes.
Have you ever won anything?
Yeah, I have. I won. Was it 2007 or 8? The Hog Days Invitational. Oh, I didn't win. I placed. I came in third, which is pretty fucking good because I played a lot of tournaments and been at the bottom. I've been in the middle.
What did you get from it?
I got a trophy. No, I don't like being a bottom. I prefer to be a top.
Okay.
I mean, some people would look at me and be like, "He is a lazy bottom bear." But
it's good to strive to be a top.
yeah. But I'm more of a top, and these are all.
I'm a middle.
They're all kind of. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I see it on the screen.
It looks good.
It doesn't. You can't see the dividers, but it is divided up into. These are all my mid-range discs. This one's quite nice from the Ledgestone last year. Very pretty design.
Fancy pants.
Yes.
You ever lost any? Oh, sorry. I didn't see your hand was up. This fucking cowboy hat like really limits my view.
How many types of discs are there?
There are putters, mid-range, and drivers.
Okay.
There are 3 types of discs, just like your golf clubs. Yes.
Ever lost any?
I have lost a fuck ton. Yes.
Have we ever lost any of yours?
No.
Okay, because we've been with you once or twice.
No. Because I have the ones I have lost. It either happens. You'll lose a disc 2 ways. One, you throw it into no man's land, and when you're in a tournament, you have 3 minutes, according to PDGA, which is the Professional Disc Golfers Association. If you're playing in a sanctioned event, which means you paid a lot of money to play, you have 3 minutes once everyone in the group starts looking for it. After 3 minutes, if no one finds it, then it's declared lost and you have to take a different shot. And I can go into the rules. Anyway, I have lost in one tournament in Geneseo, Illinois. I lost 3 discs in 3 holes, back to back to back. And I almost walked off. Yes.
So disc golf is like golf. So you're trying to reach a goal.
Mhm.
Obviously not a hole. It's like a cage.
It's a basket, yeah.
And you throw your disc, and then you pick that same disc up from that same spot.
Yeah, well, you can.
And you have to throw it.
In tournament play, if it's a sanctioned event or non-sanctioned event. Non-sanctioned events are obviously, well, the PDGA isn't there. You get points for it.
Smoke pot.
You smoke pot either way. If everybody in your group is cool.
If you play this
But
sport,
in a
you smoke pot.
PDGA event, this is a marker. So just like in golf, you would mark
Where your
your
ball is.
shot. Yep. And you throw from the back of this.
You have to throw the same disc again?
No, you do not have to throw the same disc. Like, okay, yes.
So that's kind of like picking a different club.
Exactly.
Damn!
Yeah, it's
Fuck you!
And
All
all
of a
of
sudden, he understands it.
right, all of these do a different thing. Like these right here, these are Discraft. I have 3 of them. I don't know how well they'll show up on.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
These are all Discraft Buzz discs. This one I got for playing in the Foster Pet Outreach tournament last year, which all the money went to help foster pets, which was fucking awesome. These 2 I just bought from the Ledgestone. So those are my mid-range discs. There's also a couple Huck Lab. These are Rocks by Innova. So really great mid-range disc. I have this symbol tattooed on my leg.
If you watch every episode, you know that.
Yep. These right here are my drivers. So the big fuckers. Well, don't want to really show that too much. Can keep me in front of it. That's my beast. And each of these
It
does.
should show it's different enough, but if it
Each
looks a
of-
little funny on the screen, it's because it's kind of a greenish color.
Each of these does a different thing. This is a destroyer, and you can see, probably not on this one, these guys can see, you can't. It says 12, 5, -1, 3. So 12 is your speed. That's how fast the disc is, if you can throw it properly. It's a pretty quick disc.
I can't.
5 is the glide on it, how long it's going to stay aloft. -1 is the turn, which means it's slightly understable. And fuck, what is 3? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at all these. Because most of these discs I've had for a very, very long time.
How many chicks you can pick up with that disc?
Yes, that is true. And
I got a destroyer disc.
these are by far my favorite discs of all time. They're Valkyries. I can make this disc do pretty much anything I want. And it's pulled me out of several
Slut discs.
several situations, but just to kind of give everyone an idea, disc golf, one, is a great game or sport if you compete at the professional level, to go out and play, because you get to walk. You get to see some nice fucking parks. I've been pretty much all over the middle of the United States playing disc golf. I've played several courses. But it's essentially, it's free to play, so there's no green fees unless you play at a pay-for-play course, which there are a few. But it's just great because literally all you need is your putter, and if you're just starting out, you need 2 discs, your putter and a driver. So right here, and this is hold on one second. This is different plastic, so it costs a little more. So let's say you buy a driver and a putter. These two will cost you $20, maybe less, 12.
It's a bag of pot.
So it's not. So $12, and you can get into the game. It's free to play almost anywhere.
That's a bag of pot.
It's yeah. No. There is. I swear to God, in
Is
this
there a pouch?
in this bag, they're like, oh, it's for cell phones. I wish I could. Where's that? It's on. It's on one of these. It's on one of these. No, it's in the. Look at that.
An extra pouch.
Oh, we're having fun tonight.
Look at that. There's a little thing in here. They're like, oh, it's for a cell phone. That's the size. We measured it and put one in there. That is the size of a fucking hitter box. So don't. Oh yeah, it's a cell phone. Yeah, an iPhone's gonna fit in there. Something that's literally this wide.
Yeah.
But altogether,
Maybe the old flip phone.
right? Yeah, maybe. But so altogether, what I've got here is probably gonna run you about $300. Just Jesse.
Okay, put us right there in the moment.
Oh, good.
Walk us through a typical
play.
play-by-play.
I'm gonna drink.
Okay.
All right.
Like a hole, just a regular hole.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I walk up to the hole depending on trees, wind, elevation. I'll pull out the appropriate disc. A disc, since I know all my discs.
Let's say the weather is it's not windy at all.
It's not windy
It's not
at all.
windy.
Are there any hills or trees near me? Where does the basket lie? Is it
We'll say that it's
dog leg left, dog leg right?
Let's keep it real simple.
You paint this picture.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what should we say? There's a big hill. It's on top of a big hill.
So you're shooting up an elevation.
Everest.
Let's do that.
Let's not do Everest because that's impossible.
We'll say that it's pretty much a straight shot forward, but it's on a big hill.
Okay, so you got a lot of elevation,
No wind.
no wind, straight shot forward. What you'll want to do, depending on how you prefer to play, how I would do it is, so if it's straight, it's not windy, but there's quite a bit of elevation. So let's say it's 240 on the tee marker, but if it's uphill, it's going to play more like 310. So that means you have to pull club up or disc up. Pull out a faster disc.
Okay.
One with not as much fade or turn, so you can throw it straighter. So I would probably pull out my, there it is, pull out my Wraith driver, and
Sounds like an RPG kind of.
yeah,
I will pick my Wraith.
Yeah.
This is my level 3 Wraith against yours.
So I pull out the Wraith, and I'll
3
line
hit
up.
points.
I'll line up. Now some people just throw from the end of the tee. I do a run up, but So since it's uphill, when you're shooting uphill, you don't want to do a quick run up like you would on a flat piece of land. You want to do it slower.
Okay.
Keep your head down. Have the proper grip. I throw a lot of backhand, which is like this. So the proper grip is like that. Your thumb near the edge. See where it's clear, and then it's not clear. So you keep your thumb, your forefinger right there, so you can get a nice clean snap. Do the run up very slowly. Keep your head down, and release. Release with a little bit of anhyzer, and that would mean the disc is tipped like this. So when it comes out, it's going to fly like this, and eventually fade back like that, giving you a nice position. If you throw a hyzer, which is in this position, it's going to arc way up and then come down.
Which?
Right.
So let's say.
So. Okay.
So we'll say that. Say you shot pretty about halfway up the hill, maybe
Right.
up the hill.
Okay.
Calculations were a little off.
Okay. Calculations were a little off. Maybe I'm behind a tree or a little further out.
Okay. Yeah, but you're halfway there.
Okay.
You're on an incline.
Okay, halfway there, then I would pull out my eagle,
Okay.
which is a fairway driver, which would be comparable to like a 3-wood if you're playing golf or if you know golf. Wood, right?
Yeah.
Carpentry.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So then with the eagle is a great. Some people call it sidearm. Some people call it forearm because your forearm is facing your target. Fingers like this, and just a
Different grip.
very different grip and a light flick.
So in order to get a nice response, it just depends on your fingering.
Yes, it does if you want to make it sexual. So a nice little flick. Maybe I'm up under the basket, maybe I'm not. 20, 25 feet, 40. Actually, 20 feet to 80 feet, and then I'm pulling out my putter. Yes, and
Do you
Keep clearing your throat.
do you think, or maybe this has happened and I'm not aware, but do you think disc golf will ever get to the level of rich white person asshole country club, where it's that snooty businessman thing to do, go play some boring ass motherfucking golf?
no, the great thing about this sport, it's kind of like this. I call it a sport because I've competed at a higher level. My friends have competed at a higher level, and it does, like I just explained, it does take some knowledge of your discs and the course and the wind and yes.
So real golf will forever be for the douchebag.
No, I love golf. I love real golf, but it does have more of a douchey quality. Now there are douchebag disc golf players.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, there are guys who take it way too fucking seriously. Like for
Douchey hipsters.
right for a few years, I would love to go back and do it, but diabetic cat. We used to drive down to Kentucky, like 6 hours away, and play in a big fucking tournament.
Oh.
Fuck. But yeah, right now there are pay-for-play courses, which is great because it keeps. See, with golf, there are no trashy assholes because you got to pay money to do it. Now maybe like a local smaller, course.
Yeah.
But with disc golf, what's the problem is that I compare it to chess. Anyone can pick it up and play it and learn it very quickly. To master it takes a lifetime.
Like Pac-Man.
Exactly, like Pac-Man. But the problem with disc golf, the only difference between disc golf and golf is that disc golf, since it's so cheap to buy a couple discs and it's free, you get a lot of redneck assholes, especially around here, who don't know etiquette, who don't really know anything, and they tear
Wear
up.
stupid cowboy hats.
Are you referring to a couple people that have played with you once, maybe?
No, because you guys.
Possibly.
No. I'm talking about there are people.
We never played with him. We filmed a video.
No, you guys played Washington with me once, like 6 holes, and I got first.
Yeah.
That's right. We were drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. We wouldn't know.
Right.
We went to Taco Bell beforehand.
Right.
But
But-
it's one of his worst experiences.
Yeah, but no. What I'm talking about is like we have here in Central Illinois, in the Peoria area, we have so many courses, and the Quad Cities has so many courses. Like this is a great place for disc golf, but since it's relatively free, the fucking trash assholes will go
Trash
out.
actual.
They'll go out.
Trash holes.
They'll play. They don't know etiquette. There is etiquette involved. Just like when you play real golf, the rednecks will steal fucking baskets, which are like $300 a piece. And these courses are put in for the long haul, and people. That's my biggest complaint with these is people who don't know etiquette and people who fucking destroy amazing courses.
If this could ever possibly go to the country club level, or say, because some time will go by, some of the old farts that exist now will be dead, and some of the younger people will be old farts in the future, they might actually want to create disc golf country clubs, out of spite, out of saying that, to keep what you want out.
Right. To keep. I mean, and I feel when I say that, I feel so like elitist when I say that. But if you're gonna go play disc golf, fucking play disc golf. Don't vandalize the baskets. Don't vandalize the signs. Don't fuck up the fairway, because what happens when you do that is they take the baskets out. The course no longer exists when there's too much vandalizing of the baskets or
Just get rid of them.
yeah, they just get rid of them. So it's like, hey, great job, fuckers! You just ruined it for everybody. Stop being a fucking cunt and just play the fucking game.
The more you know.
Yeah, dude. But no, there is a country club right now in Pekin, Illinois, Sunset Hills. They take tee times. You get a cart and you get to play.
Moving next.
Yeah, you get to. No, I will never move to Pekin because I have a soul. Or something.
I actually think about moving to Pekin.
Don't ever, please, because I won't come see you.
I like Pekin.
Why?
Because it has everything you need. It's a big enough town.
A fuckload of white people in a Walmart.
Yes.
But yeah, that's my spiel on disc golf.
He's
Something
just being a jackass.
something I'm very passionate about, and if you haven't tried it,
Very nice.
buy a couple discs, go out and throw and have some fun.
Hey, you ready for them to give a shit about what you have to say again?
Because it's time for
Current events with me. Current events, yeah. Current events with me. Current events.
Okay.
Yeah, how your shot should have been. How much of this?
Big Muppet babies, we make our dreams come true. Woo! Muppet babies will do the same for you. When you're kind of weird and you wish that you weren't there, just close your eyes and make believe you could be anywhere. Muppet, 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 Muppet babies, babies, babies. Muppet babies, go fuck yourself.
Damn it.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Obviously, we're having a good time here.
Hardcore.
And it is time for drinking with Coast, or time for.
It's time for drinking with Cose to Cose.
It's time to start the show.
Oh my goodness!
It's time
Show and tell.
God damn, it's time for current events with B.
It is time for current events with B, and I'll send this to you so you can put this picture up because
Okay.
I just love how much this dude looks like Gary Oldman from The Professional.
You see that?
Never watched that one.
Oh god,
See a
great
similarity in
movie.
the face.
Great movie, but you feel kind of weird because you know what Natalie Portman turns out to look like.
He
and
looks like there's a story behind him.
yeah. But Natalie Portman's very young in that flight. Oh, I'm sure there's tons of people out there going, I know, right? Because they found The Professional later.
Tons of people
uh,
watching our show.
Directed by Luc Besson. Anyway, so here's the headline from HuffPost, written by David Moy.
Moist.
Not to
Nope.
be confused with David Tennant, whose birthday is today.
It's Californian. I love Doctor Who.
First of all, you guys are drunk, and I don't approve.
Whatever. So, from the HuffPost, David Moy posted 4:15, so about 3 days ago, the headline, kids, God, quote, accused of attacking cop having sex with tree. What? He kind of looks like Jesus, doesn't he? That's why you need to put this up.
God was
Yeah.
accused of attacking a cop having sex with a tree?
No, he was accused of attacking a cop, comma, having sex with a tree. So
They
he
accused
attacked a
God?
cop, then had sex with a tree. That's the comma.
Is this the pooping masturbator's like brother?
I think it is. Because guess what? A man in Melbourne, Florida,
Oh shit.
allegedly high on a synthetic drug, is accused of attacking a police officer and repeatedly declaring himself to be God after having sex with a tree. Kenneth Crowder, 41, was arrested on Friday after witnesses reported a naked man running through their neighborhood and performing a sexual act on a tree. ClickOrlando.com reports, and for those of you who don't know, people who like to have sex with trees are called dendrophiliacs.
If you can
That
finally
was
get
from me,
off
not
on
the
having
show.
sex with a tree,
That's a dendrophiliac.
I mean, I
Top or
props to
bottom?
them.
Top or bottom?
Side to side.
Are you sticking it into the tree, or
Well, you're just
shoving a
fucking.
branch
You're
in your
just
ass?
fucking.
Well, you can get creative. You don't have to be a top.
There
or
could be
bottom.
a
Because-
decent piece of branch sticking out, and you kind of.
Or you get a little knot hole. You're sticking your dick in. Maybe a squirrel sucks you off.
I mean, it's a side to side. I mean, the squirrel. Okay,
No,
well,
that's-
you're reaching new
That's
territory.
bestiality. That's
No. It's still dendrophilia.
That's not
because-
treesiality. That's bestiality.
Oh.
Treatiality slash
Treesiality.
No, it's dendrophilia when you have sex with a tree fucker.
Dendrophilia.
Dendrophilia
Dander.
because
Dandruff.
dendro, like
Dendro.
skin.
Okay.
Your
That's
dendro.
that's a tree.
But you
But
want,
the
but you
skin-
want to philia your skin against the tree.
Oh fuck sakes!
that would hurt.
And yeah, it kind of would. It'd chafe.
Would.
An officer found Crowder, but he was wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt, according to officials. The responding officer said Crowder walked towards him in an aggressive manner and identified himself as God, according to CBS Man Cave, which is a thing, evidently. Yeah,
The moment he appeared aggressive, how come the cops didn't shoot him down? Isn't that what they do?
because he wasn't black.
Because he wasn't holding anything.
No, it's because he wasn't black. I think when you appear aggressive and you're black, then cops shoot you down, as we've seen recently in the news.
But if you're white and say you're holding like a Wii remote,
No, you're fine. And actually, the only reason that you will get shot if you're black is if you run away from an officer who will empty an entire clip into your back. Because
Well, yeah,
he was just defending himself.
he doesn't want to have to run. That's hard.
yeah,
That's hard to do.
That's really hard when a 53-year-old, runs away from you. You empty a clip. Yes,
I mean,
It feels like we're talking about other news stories.
we kind of are, but
how do they? This is something I always thought was really interesting in a religious sense. So, what if he was God?
what if God was one of us?
Don't do that.
I mean, I'd say like you see. I know this is getting a little bit off now, but I'm like,
There's a stranger on the bus
you say
I know where
I
he's
saw.
trying to make a way.
I saw this thing. I saw an angel.
They just, but they think you're crazy.
They'll think you're crazy, but
Yeah.
they're very religious people.
You know, people who believe in this kind of stuff, as soon as you mention you've seen demons or angels, then they just think you're nuts.
Right,
Yeah.
because you are.
Because they suddenly somehow they realize it. Their subconscious is like, nah, actually they're crazy.
Right.
All right, so go on.
the officer responded to the perceived threat by using a taser on Crowder twice.
Mm-hmm.
In both cases, the suspect continued to fight while pulling the probes out of his body, according to the website. So
Awesome.
he's pretty much badass. Crowder allegedly punched the cop and tried to stab him with the officer's own badge.
He's God. He can
Yeah,
do
he might
whatever
be.
He wants.
Okay.
The suspect
Go on.
referred to himself as Thor.
Wait.
The Miami
That
Herald
guy.
reports.
Oh, but that's a fictional god, not the real god.
Well, Thor's,
Well,
he has Mjolnir. He's
there is
in
a
the
movie about
Avengers,
him.
and
True. That makes
he's
it
really attractive, actually. Have you
Well,
seen
so's
him?
Jesus now. I mean, at first
Yeah.
he was very Jewy.
Will you stop saying that?
Hey, I can't help it.
All right.
I didn't whiten Jesus.
Listen,
Yeah,
just in case you guys wanted to know.
People love the blonde, white, blue eye. Well, he's got dirty blonde.
Yeah, he's dirty,
Dirty blonde, blue eyes.
He's fucking Scott
White.
Stapp from Creed.
from the Middle Eastern countries.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
just
Creed's
because you seem so worried. The officer's doing fine.
Oh,
Yeah. The suspect tried to stab the officer with his own badge. he somehow pulled it off his uniform, which is actually really hard to do. Have you ever seen how a policeman's badge connects to his uniform? There are two
I haven't gotten that close to it.
There are two eye holes right here, like riveted into the uniform, and then the back pin goes through. So it's really fucking hard to get one of those off.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how he did it. They don't know how he did it. It is believed that Crowder was high on flakka.
What?
Flakka.
Like a high me home.
Exactly. A synthetic stimulant similar to bath salts.
Here we go.
Users sometimes believe they have superhuman strength. Crowder was
Apparently
charged.
they do.
Yeah, they do. Crowder was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and other charges. He was released after posting bond.
So he thought he was God because he had it.
Yeah, he did.
He felt pretty awesome.
He did. He had some flakka. The other story I was going to read,
Some flakka.
which would have been really depressing, was
Cut him some flakka.
cut him some flakka.
I'm missing the chronological order of things here. Okay, I understood he was naked.
Because you didn't listen to the story.
I understood he was naked at some point.
Because you're drunk.
He was fucking a tree.
Yeah. Okay, what happened
And he
was...
attacked a cop. What order was that in?
Okay, so he was naked running through a neighborhood fucking trees.
Okay.
Then he put his clothes back on.
No, people called the police because there's a naked man running through the neighborhood fucking trees.
Makes sense.
He had put his clothes back on sometime before officers responded.
The tree.
Officers tased him, and he was being held after he was released after he was posted bond.
And at what point did he drink the contents of the vacuum?
No, that was the master.
Oh, that was the pooping master.
No, you're talking about some other character.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about...
Get out!
Oh, god damn. He hasn't been around in a while.
It was the last episode.
I thought, was he?
Yeah.
When did he show up?
You're always really drunk.
You're drunk.
That's the best part is that he usually is like, what the fuck's going on?
I don't get it. I could read another current events with B.
No,
but I think it would.
No, we've got another...
No, let me give you this headline.
Crap.
This will depress the living fuck out of you.
Oh, that's what I want.
Kitten explodes.
Why are you evil? No, this is slightly less worse than a kitten exploding. Twin toddlers die as mom swats bee.
Whoa,
That's the one I was going to read, but I thought it'd be too heavy for this.
That's harsh. Yeah.
Because I really don't give a flying fuck about kids, so... Because I don't have kids. Because I haven't had sex in almost 7 years. Because no
I
one...
hate kids because they mean sex.
Because
you
no
turned
one...
it around. You went from cats dying to kids dying.
Because no one loves me. Because I've got a small penis. Because I work in a factory.
These are all valid excuses.
Because I drink too much. Because I play video games. Because I might ogle fucking, high schoolers. Sitting in my van outside of there, and the cops come, and they're like,
it's not a crime.
You can't be here. And I'm like, hey, this is a public space. And they're like,
I'm videotaping.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, no, it's really not a public space because you're on school grounds. And I just tell them, there's no... What?
Did you want to calm down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate.
So have you guys seen the new Star Wars trailer?
Oh yeah. We didn't want to mention this. Oh yeah.
It looks good.
Teaser trailer 2.
We're home, Chewie.
Technically.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford looks good.
I'm a fan of reaction videos. I like watching those, and I just love seeing people just tear up and cry when they watch it.
Up?
How would you not?
Really? Tear up?
Some people get moved by it. People love Star Wars.
Oh, the Imperial Cruiser in the sand at the very beginning.
That was kind of cool.
That was amazing.
Apparently, that is a new planet we haven't seen.
Oh.
It's not Tatooine.
Because it
looked
not.
like Tatooine.
Keep assuming it's Tatooine.
Well, I'm sure they would have. Sand.
But someone
It's got two suns.
forgot what it's called. Comments below.
Nerd. And of course,
Imagine all the toys they're going to be selling now.
Oh, yeah.
All the new characters.
So, and then the thing that people
Chrome Trooper.
The people were that were so pissed off when the first trailer came out, and they showed the African American stormtrooper. After that trailer, was he really a stormtrooper?
He couldn't be because they're all the same guy.
Right, or was he infiltrating them? Because there's the scene where he takes someone's hand and is pulled up, obviously, from the Rebel Alliance.
I've got some interesting things that I've learned. There's one rumor is that he is a stormtrooper that's defecting from them.
But yeah, see that's.
And then another thing is that there's concept art where he has a lightsaber attached to the side of him.
Ah,
From what I understand, all the stormtroopers were a clone of
they are
Boba
clones.
Fett,
Yes.
or Boba Fett's dad.
Boba Fett's dad.
Dad, yeah.
Now,
Jango
Which
Fett.
is also
Jango.
Boba Fett.
But
oh,
it's
that's
Jango,
right.
It's
That's
Jango
right.
Fett.
He was also a
Boba Fett was
okay.
also a clone, yeah.
But I don't think they really had that in mind when they made the first 3 films, because weren't some stormtroopers taller than the other?
And they didn't sound the same, but...
No,
No,
remember
they-
that scene where one was like, "Hey, did you see that movie?" Or they were
Blast him!
You know, like there was one where they were having like a regular conversation just to show that, hey, these are guys working.
Right.
You know, then that, you know, when you go back and you
that
watch,
game last night.
you go back and you watch the old movies, there's nothing about the stormtroopers that makes you think they're clones.
Well, no, but I mean they introduced that later.
It's...
That was kind of
Gotta
dumb.
have to roll with it now.
Right.
But you know what?
Because it's happened, so now you
So
have
here's
to.
the thing, though. So it's been like 30 years later.
It's kind of like you have to roll with that bullshit from Terminator 3.
25 years later.
Was it 25? I thought it was 30 years.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah,
what, Star
30.
Wars is 25, 30
They
years
say
later?
No.
it's 30 years after the original trilogy ends.
You're right. It's 25 years later in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Yes, it is.
But only 5 in ours, in our human realm.
Yeah, I thought that was... I didn't even think about that
We're talking
because
all franchises.
Yeah, we're jumping.
the new Mortal Kombat game...
looks amazing. I just watched them play.
They rebooted the series in 2011. They rebooted it by doing kind of a...
Time travel.
how would you call that from X-Men?
What Days of Future Past did.
Days
yeah.
of Future Past,
Yeah.
where Raiden sent a message back in time to himself to alter some shit that was going to go
Right.
down.
So all the movies.
And we
anything that
relived the
happened
timeline of 1, 2, and
changed.
3. And now Mortal Kombat X takes the timeline, or at least the bad guy, from Mortal Kombat 4. But then adds like 20 more years to it. But the funny thing is Mortal Kombat 4 came out in 1997. We are looking at, nearly about that.
17 years.
Well, yeah, it was 1997 when
So
that,
in the Mortal Kombat world, it's a different time.
I just thought that
Yes.
was interesting. I was like, oh yeah, if the game had been always, these guys would be this old by now. Anyway, so Star Wars.
It's great. It's looking great.
I'm super fucking excited. Like I'm more
I liked
excited
the
than
Darth Vader mask. That was cool.
that was
Nice.
awesome. That was really nice. I'm super excited for it. I'm more excited than I was for the first 3 episodes. Especially since after I went to the theater and saw fucking Jar Jar Binks, I wanted. It's like somebody asked me recently. They're like, "Why don't you like the Phantom Menace?" I'm like,
Jar Jar.
"I'm like fucking Jar Jar Binks," but
He's so stupid.
But if I had to pick in between Jar Jar Binks in Episode 1 and Hayden Christensen's acting in the other 2, I'd pick fucking Jar Jar Binks because it was his acting was so wooden and so
I
fucking
gotta
terrible.
admit, I do really. I do have things within those originals that I really like. Things in them.
Originals
wait,
or you
original
mean
ones
the
are
ones
there.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Episode
the prequels,
1 through
the
3.
prequels. Yeah, the prequels. There are things within the prequels that I really
Oh no,
like.
no! Like I dug Attack of the Clones. I thought
I
that was
love
cool.
watching the Django Fett fight.
Yeah,
And then the third one. I like the
no,
the transformation.
Yeah,
and turning into
the
it.
third one was the best one by far.
I did. I liked that.
I enjoyed Revenge of the
Finally
Sith
got to
quite a
see
bit.
Darth Vader.
Right.
So before we close, since we're talking about Star Wars, one thing: no matter how much you don't like the prequels, all 6 movies are wrapped around Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
Now, for the first time, he no longer exists. But perhaps since Luke Skywalker and Han Solo are able to carry on, that it might
And like,
it might be
Leia's
it might work. Although actually, really, you didn't feel like Darth Vader was there in 1, 2, and 3. Well,
No.
he wasn't, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
like Darth Maul, I didn't give a fuck about him.
I
He
like
was
Darth Maul a lot.
He looked cool, but
I
Yeah.
cheated a little bit because I liked him,
He
but I
died
wanted him
right
to
there in
have
the first movie.
He had like no lines. He had,
I
like,
thought he was actually going to be, when they introduced him, I'm like, oh, this
that's
is
the new Darth
This is
Vader.
the
Yeah,
new
it's the
Darth
new-
Vader.
that's the nemesis.
That's what I wanted to see was a new Darth Vader, a new
And that's-
bad guy for all three.
And I think that's
nope.
what we're hoping for within this next trilogy.
Yeah,
There-
it'll-
at least someone that's nodded to in this first
Right.
one. That's someone that's in the background that we know it's.
I hope J.J. Abrams does a
Ooh!
fucking great job
It
of
does
this.
great.
Would it piss you off if Luke became like evil, like
It would
Darth
totally
Vader?
You know,
piss me off.
Actually, I've kind of thought that's how it's good, because it's called The Force Unleashed.
Or
Isn't
Awakened.
it? Awakened.
You think
Sorry,
Awakened.
I'm thinking of video games. The Force Awakens, because I don't, in my opinion, spoilers, Han doesn't make it through the first movie.
That actually is what I think a big rumor is right now is that Han Solo is going to die.
And I think Luke kills him.
Because I don't think they're going to make it through. I think it's a passing of the torch thing. of course.
Right.
They're
Didn't
going
they
to
show?
get new actors.
They showed Luke's like robot hand.
But is
Yeah,
that
on
him?
top of a droid.
Is
I
that
think
him?
that's
He
supposed
had
to be him.
skin.
Yeah,
right,
well,
but you can take that off.
that's
It
what I
could've
was
worn
thinking.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing too I want to mention too is I looked into this as well. The voiceover that goes on in the beginning, it says my father has it.
Yeah.
I have it. My
My
sister has it. You have this power too.
Yeah.
This is a
You
line.
can tell it was Mark Hamill's voice.
This is a line from the original trilogy.
Right.
It's a voiceover from.
It is.
He's talking to Leia.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were actually in the Ewok tribe
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Oh, that's right. And then he's like, that's when he revealed.
So
So,
it-
you're my sister. We kissed.
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't flat out say it. My sister has it.
Right.
It's power too.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm super excited for it. I think it's gonna be way better than the first.
Definitely be some sort
Three.
of offspring from some people. I think
Right.
will be involved.
But I mean, it's like the only thing that sucks is I don't think Yoda's gonna be in it.
Yoda's
Unless-
dead.
He's dead.
unless-
Yeah.
He's dead.
Unless they
Come on,
find a way
man.
to do the Force Ghost thing.
Right.
Because in the original, the prequels, I keep saying original. Why do I say that?
Because you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. So in the prequels,
Yeah,
there
the
weren't
originals
any
were
Force
4, 5, and
Ghosts.
6.
But then they make a reference to the fact that look, Yoda was telling him there's a way you can communicate.
Right.
And then they in the original series.
I didn't care for Yoda.
Well, no, in
the
4,
prequels.
5, and 6 there was.
There was ghosts.
Yeah, you had Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan came back to
There's and I know that some of the people from the prequels are down for if they wanted them to come back for something they would, like Samuel Jackson or so if we
Like-
wanted Mace Windu to
Right.
make a ghost, or if we wanted what's his face that played young Obi-Wan,
Oh, Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor,
Oh,
they would be down for that.
No, no.
to come back and play
The
Ghost.
Force, yeah, Force Ghost.
I think Ewan McGregor.
So
did
how'd
a
you
good
guys
job.
feel about
Oh, he did a
them,
great job.
them replacing the Darth Ghost at the end of the 6th movie?
Oh, jeez, with Hayden Christensen?
That was the worst.
That was
I thought-
fucking bullshit.
I showed my friend Daisy the. We watched them in order as they were released in theaters. I watched the Dutch originals, and then I had her. We've watched we started the prequels. We haven't gotten to the second episode yet.
Mm.
But so the versions I have, they
Are
have
they old
redone
ones?
it.
Oh, they redid it. Yes.
So now
That's what I have,
Hayden
too.
Christensen appears
Right.
as Darth Vader. I'm like, oh.
No, that's
the version I have.
No, that's the fucking digital.
Actually, no, it's not. I gave your brother the VHS copies of
I kept
the
them.
first trilogy. Okay, that
well, fuck. I
that
need
is
those.
the only thing they added was the A New Hope crap. This was
Right,
before.
right.
This was before the special edition versions. This was before they added the explosions and the bullshit and that really crappy looking
Jabba.
Jabba
Yeah.
that what's his face stepped on evidently.
Han. Yes,
that
that's
was
what-
a
That
whole
looked
scene.
horrible. Was
That's
that?
that's
that-
the thing. That the digital collection is now available on
They just now released
Xbox,
this.
on Xbox Live
Oh,
or whatever.
on everywhere, yeah.
Right, pretty much everywhere. And I was looking through. I'm like, all right, I will fucking spend the $90
Yeah, but that's not
to have all
it's-
6
It's
movies
not the originals.
if
The
the
original
first 3 or 4, 5, 6
He was talking Morse code there.
Are- are the original George Lucas, what came out in the theater in '79.
No,
You should have never touched them.
No, they're fucking not, and I refuse to buy it.
Some of what we may know, like the collection that you should have on VHS, that was
The
originally-
THX
Yes,
edition.
the THX, which was originally mine that I just, once I got DVD, I was like done with VHS.
Right.
But
Got 'em somewhere.
those versions are the best looking ones that you're going to get of the original movies.
Mhm.
Now, still, when Star Wars was in the theater in 1979, it did not say Episode 4, A New Hope.
No.
And it wasn't in yellow, and it wasn't in outline lettering. It was in big block white letters.
You hearing this, kids?
And it just scrolled up. And I saw footage once of where someone was holding a camera in the theater as a special for when Star Wars first came out. And I saw that. I was like, damn, George Lucas has been changing shit like since
day
right from
one.
the fucking beginning.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I didn't like this part. Change.
Yeah.
Anyway, the timer ran out. We really geeked
Oh,
out
yeah.
on some Star
Yeah.
Wars
It's
stuff.
been great.
So
It's been great.
It's been good. That's been good. That's
he's wasting on
Folks.
chocolate.
Today we learned that chocolate's great, the Easter Bunny's fake, and Star Wars is awesome.
Tune in next Sunday and every Sunday here on
Drinking with Cose2Cose.
Oh!
Fuck off!